Well, I just woke up and my beard's a little crazy, as you can see. I thought I would go ahead and show you how I take care of this bad boy. Man, I need a trim. Alright, so here's the tools of the trade. We got a comb, a boar hair brush, a safety razor, which I'm not really sure why they're called safety razors because the blade's exposed almost. And we got some trimming scissors, and of course, the ever important beard oil. Alright, now to get started, I usually start with a comb, and I just fluff it up for several reasons. One, this gets all the hairs under your chin, and it pulls them out to where they are even or parallel with the side of your beard on the side of your face instead of under your chin. And so it gets them kind of all even. Plus it feels kind of good and it's just kind of fun. Alright. I don't really usually worry too much about my mustache. Now, once that's done, I take the boar hairs brush and I brush it. A lot of people say that brushes and combs are the same, but I couldn't disagree more. I think it's apples and oranges. I mean, it's just not even the same product. It really does do two separate things. Alright, and then once that's done, I use the back of my brush and I just kind of push my beard flat. Now you gotta make some funny faces while you're doing it, otherwise you're not doing it right. Might as well get my eyebrows on fleek while I'm at it. Sick. And then from here, once I get it all pretty uniform, I take these trimming scissors and I will trim off just these little pieces. Just these little guys hanging out. Now, the thing about trimming is you have to be very, very careful because the key part of trimming is knowing when you're done trimming. If you have to ask yourself, am I done trimming? You're done trimming. And you really just want to get the very necessary hairs. Anytime you have to cut a beard hair, it's a very sad thing. And you just want to cut off, I guess, the crumbs, you could call them, real gently. Just kind of outline your beard how you want it. And if you'll notice, I'm just cutting off like one or two at a time. Very little. Because if you cut and a big chunk comes out, that's awful. It's gonna take forever for that to grow back. And then once it's all done, I brush it out. It hurts a lot at first whenever you brush your face, but you get used to it, I guess. It doesn't really hurt that much anymore, now that I think about it. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the straight razor for a little bit of extra trimming, or safety razor, I mean. And we're just gonna identify exactly where we want it. Like I have this line I'm working on, I'm trying to work on it and keep it parallel, but, and the same thing over here. So what I do is now whenever I'm just doing a little edging with this, I don't usually use any shaving cream. I just don't think that it's necessary. Plus you can't really see where you're going and there's a good chance that you'll just go anyway. So you just take this and you pull it very gently and you just kind of let it glide against your skin. You don't want to push too hard, especially with this razor. This is just maintenance. I have to do this just about every other day. This is just preventative. It helps me keep that line where I want it instead of having to redo it every time, you know, with overgrowth, letting it grow out too far. And don't forget here and here. A lot of guys forget that and people notice. And then I have this little spot down here where it grows down on my neck a little bit, and I'm just gonna get that real quick. Alright, now it's time for the beard oil. Now the stuff I use is Reagan Mercantile Nomad flavor. It smells like Texas cedarwood. Reminds me of home, you know. One of my favorite smells on earth. And so you just get that on your hands. I usually use 3 or 4 drops, and then you rub it. You want to go through all the beard hairs. Now gently at first, and then once you've gone through a couple times, you can just kind of do this to get it on the outside, like everything except the roots. And then once you do that, you can really just pull your fingers, rub it up your face, and then pull your fingers together, and then down your face. Like that. And get your mustache too. And then if you have any excess, you can rub it in your hair. Keep a nice healthy head of hair going. Goodness, I need a haircut. And then I usually comb it first after I use a little bit of oil before I use a brush. You know, I'm not really sure why I do that. It's just kind of a preference. I've done it for a while now and never really thought to question myself on it until just now. And then after you combed, you're gonna move to the brush, or your final step, and you're just gonna fix it the way you like it. Now the way my mustache grows, it starts to curl right around here. And so I'm just gonna brush it with the way it curls instead of straight down, because then it looks kind of silly. It goes like this, and it's just unsightly. So I'm gonna go with my facial hair. Press it the way you want it. And there you go, now you're as sexy as Preston Danger.